Hi everyone, this is Tiffany with Raising House and Home, and today I'm going to show you a new recipe using chicken and some of that Easter ham that we all have left over. So come along and join me. Okay, so we're going to start with the chicken breasts, and I'm going to trim off the fat right here, and I'm going to save those pieces for a broth. And I normally would use 3 chicken breasts for our size family, but because I'm using ham with this, I'm only going to use 2. I am still trying to stretch our food dollars even more than we are usually doing because of the pandemic, and we're trying not to go grocery shopping as often. And also, some of the meat plants have been shutting down due to the virus. I can't say the name, but I'm kind of wanting to make sure that we are using our resources well. So for now, 2 will be good, and I'm going to slice them thin and get the fat off. So let's get that done. Slice all those fatty pieces off, but I'm not throwing them away. We will use them. I'm going to boil them down, and I'll make a nice broth for a chicken soup. Okay, so that's looking pretty good. Move this out of your way, guys. All right, so I'm going to cut it in half this way, and then I'm going to also do the same this way. There, and now we've just made that into 2, and then I will do the same thing to this one. This one's a little bit thinner on the end, almost like fish, but we can still make it work. So I'm just going to thin this out, and it's a little harder when it gets down to the end. You kind of have to open it, and it gets a little trickier. All right, we did it. So there's, geez, that one's stuck there. There. So there's 4 pieces. And then, again, we'll cut off this little fat piece, and we will save them for another meal, because the fat will cook down in the broth, and then you can have the chicken that's left over. It's a lot easier to do it that way than if I tried to cut those little pieces of chicken off that fat. It just doesn't work that well. So we're gonna cut that little tendon off. And now some people want to keep the fat on because chicken doesn't have that much fat, so it's hard to keep it moist when you cook it. It's really easy to have a dry chicken. But the way that I'm cooking it today, especially with the ham, you really don't need any extra fat. So I'm gonna trim the big fat piece. It's much easier. So there's that. And then this one is a lot thinner, but I'm still going to try to get 2 pieces. I will just put a thicker piece of ham on these thinner pieces, which will make it easier to cook more evenly with the other pieces. There, you can kind of butterfly it, and then you can go down the middle. There. So I'm going to take these pieces over to here. Okay, so now I have 8 pieces nicely cut, all the same size except for thickness is a little different, but we'll adjust that. And I have some buttermilk right here. Now, I didn't have actual buttermilk, and that is kind of expensive, so I normally don't have that on hand. So what I did is you add vinegar to regular milk, and you will get a buttermilk effect. So these have to soak for about 20 to 30 minutes. You can also soak them overnight. I didn't find this recipe until this afternoon, and I have to cook it for tonight. So I don't have the luxury of all night long. But you definitely could do it overnight. I'm just going to do it for about 20 to 30 minutes. And they're going to soak in the fridge. And then when the time is up, I will show you how I'm going to put them all together. So into the fridge it goes, and we'll be right back. Okay, so our chicken is done soaking, and I've cleaned this pan because I had to use it for something else that I was working on. Okay, so we're going to put the chicken in the pan. And actually, I'm going to spray it with a little bit of canola oil just to make sure that the cheese doesn't stick. There. And now, I'm going to layer the chicken in. There's that. There's that. I'm going to put the thinner pieces in the same section so I can make sure to put thicker ham on there. And I will have this thicker parts inside the oven further, and these ones will be sitting out closer to the door. That way I can make sure that things are evenly cooked. Alright. So I'm going to flip over like that, and then this one is thin as well. Alright, so we're going to straddle it like that. And now we're going to layer the ham like this. Try to see if there's a piece like that. And alright, I think I might make that one a little bit smaller, I don't want it to be bigger than the chicken. So there's that. And we're going to make this side just a little bit thicker because that is a thinner chicken breast. And I may need to go get some more ham, but I think we're going to be okay. So there's that one. Yeah, we're going to be fine. So there's that. And then this is the thicker piece, and that's thick as well. All right. So I had to turn the camera off because I have my secret ingredient. Spinach. So I'm going to put this on top. I had some frozen, and I just cut it with my kitchen scissors. And I'm going to mix it in with the cheese. Put a little bit more on here, a little bit here, there we go, a little bit more on this side. Okay, I think that'll be good. There. Now we have our sauce that is 1 cup of mayonnaise and 1 cup of Greek yogurt with garlic powder, salt and pepper, Parmesan cheese, about ½ a cup of Parmesan cheese, and a cup of shredded cheddar cheese. So we're going to mix this up and get it ready to spread on. Kind of just dolloping it on for now to make sure that we get more of an even coat on all of them. There's that. There's that. And that one. And that. We still have just a little bit more. Let me see if I can zoom out and you guys can see the whole pan. Alright. Alright, so we're gonna spread this around. And then, after we do this part, we're going to sprinkle a little bit of breadcrumbs. So it's kind of like a deconstructed chicken cordon bleu type of dish. So it's a little bit easier and quicker to make, which is great when you're in a hurry. When we do go back to work and the kids go back to school or their sports, this would be great for that. And it's great now too, because it's a nice comfort food. It's a little bit fancier than your normal dinners. There. So each one has some sauce on it. And now, just make sure we get all of it out. I don't want to waste any of that goodness. This is what's going to hold the moisture of the chicken in. The ham's a little dry because it's been cooked already. So by soaking our chicken, that's going to hold the moisture in, and then the sauce will also hold the moisture in. So we don't want to put too much breadcrumbs on top because it will just kind of negate all the stuff we've done to try to keep this not dry. So I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit on, mostly for just texture purposes. There we go. So there. And I just put it in a paper plate and folded it so that I could shake it more evenly. You could probably just use your hands if you want to, but it'd be a little bit, it takes a little bit longer to do that. Now, I'm also going to do some salt and pepper on top. There's that. And you could use 2 cups of mayo, you could use 2 cups of yogurt. I just did half and half, again, because I'm trying to conserve our resources. All right, now we need to put half a cup of Parmesan cheese on top. I just have the dried Parmesan cheese, like this version, kind of trying to get it in there for you guys there. So you can use that, or you could use the fresh, either way. It's about half a cup, and then I have another half a cup of shredded cheddar, and that's going to go all on top. And I'm going to cook this at 375 for about 40 to 45 minutes. And then I may put it under the broiler to brown it up a little bit if needed, if it's too soggy. We'll see what happens, because sometimes it does brown up on its own without the broiler. So we'll just have to see. All right, so we're going to put this in the oven and we'll be back. It browned up nicely, so I didn't need to use the broiler. So our dinner is complete. I made some instant mashed potatoes with some parsley and butter, salt and pepper. I've got the sweet basil corn with butter and salt and pepper, and then our chicken. This looks like a really great meal. I'm excited to sit down and see if the kids like it. So thank you guys for watching. Please click subscribe below and also hit the notification bell so you can be notified when I put up a new video. I hope you guys are healthy and safe, and I'll talk to you soon. Hi, this is Editing Tiffany, and I want to let you guys know it was a great hit with the kids.